How's it going, everyone? My name is Ariel, and today we are unboxing CX-02 Wizard Arc. I just unboxed Dran Brave, and so far I am very interested in the CX line. So I want to get into Wizard Arc. This is the third Wizard Bay of Beyblade X. Of course, owned by Multi-Nana Aero, which we'll see on the back. But the front of the box, we have the white and pink. Kind of shows up darker on camera than it does here. In person, it's more of a magenta, like a hot pink, actually. But it does say the name, Wizard Arc, R455LO. We'll get into that as well. Has the blade split into 3 pieces, and it is a starter set, so it comes with the launcher, the winder launcher. I believe it's going to be the same colors as the one from Dran Brave. And on the back, there's Multi. This is a right spin stamina type from CX, and it does advertise it being low because, as you can see here, LO stands for low orb. So we had low fly, we've had low rush, we've had under needle, which is even lower than low, but now we have low orb. So this is going to be interesting for stamina setups. In addition to the low orb, we have a new lowest ratchet in the game. This is 455. Interesting shape and color. Goes nicely with the yellow, I will say. Reminds me of Sprite. But there's the blade. So let's go ahead and get into this. There we go. And there are the parts. You can see inside here. I really like the shape of the blade and the colors too. It's like neon almost, actually. So yes, just to confirm, this is the same launcher that comes with Dran Brave. Same exact thing. The white ripcords as well. Interesting choice. Going the black and white route. Kind of disappointed, but I imagine we'll get other launchers in the future. Maybe not specifically for these bays, but just something cooler in general. I'd be happy to see that. So here is, I could have sworn this was open. Here are the parts. Get this winder out of here. And let's go ahead and take a look at low orb, if my camera will focus. So let me go ahead and get orb, just to compare, from Viper Tail over here. So we can line it up here. Does that look lined up? There we go, yeah. And it is a bit lower. Yeah, you can't really see it that way, but if you line it up here, you can see that it is, yeah, the low bits are about 1 millimeter shorter than the standard bits. So it does help push the center of gravity down, which helps with stability. Also helps with burst resistance. Orb is a really good bit as well. No burst resistance, unfortunately, but it is used on a wide variety of combinations. Orb is usually used on something like Hell's Chain or Unicorn, like those kind of balance types that can use different styles of attacking. So we'll go ahead and mess around with that a little bit. This is 455. This is a very nice green. So looking at this, I'm just realizing it is exactly like 385 from Nightmail, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think this is just the way that the 5 ratchets are designed now. This is kind of unfortunate because it is annoying to put on. But This is the lowest ratchet that we have now. If you look at the shape, it does, like on the four sides, it does kind of have like a, looks almost like shields, like kind of the protrusions help to deflect attacks. Looks like what it's designed for, at least. But yeah, the design is unfortunate as far as, you know, just basically just putting it together and everything. I don't like 385 that much, but it is super tall and super light, so we'll see if 455. People have been using it a little bit, so I think it is a bit better. But here's the blade. This is Wizard Arc, and the assist blade is called Round, which we will get into. Let me go ahead and use the bit here to alright. Very nice. Built-in assembly tool. I really like that feature. So this is the lock chip. This is Wizard. I like the new design of it. I think Wizard Arrow is still my favorite chip design. This one's not bad. Like he's powering up there, charging an attack. I kind of like that. And here's the Wizard Blade, which again, I don't know if it's translating on camera or not, but this is kind of like a neon greenish yellow kind of vibe. Kind of reminds me of the during Metal Fight when Hasbro was doing the 4D bays, when they had that Hyper Blades line, with the Cosmic Pegasus, El Drago Destructor, Blitz Striker, and all that. They were going for like a neon vibe there too, but you can see the double shape of the metal, which I think this is going to be very good and competitive. So far, people seem to like it. Wizard does tend to get a little bit of hate because of Wizard Rod dominating the meta for so long. So, hopefully Wizard Arc can change things there. And here is Turn. So this is, no, sorry. Turn is the one from Hell's Reaper. This is Round. This one, it does have the double shape. It reminds me of Unicorn as well, but it lines up with the metal blade. There's actually a lineup. Let's see if I can get it to line. It doesn't line up perfectly, but it does have a similar shape. Kind of worried about the breakage for this, but we'll see how it does. So let me go ahead and put the, I'm going to get my scale ready, actually. Give that a minute. Let's go ahead and put this together. Yeah, so it doesn't line up perfectly. I think it's supposed to, I think that is probably the best way to do it. And then this. There we go. If you guys can see that. That is 35.52. So it is a bit lighter than Dran Brave. So I think it was 37.5 something. But this is a stamina type, so that makes sense. Let's go ahead and put it together. Alright, that's not as bad as 385, I think, because of the shape. Makes it easier to grip onto. And there we have it. This is Wizard Arc R455 low orb. Low rush. Not used to having low orb just yet. But I do like the yellow and green. This bright looking bay. So let's go ahead and do some test spins and some test battles. Alright, here's a test spin of Wizard Arc. A low orb. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, orb is basically a smaller version of ball. So there is less contact with the stadium. It does get tilted a little bit easier. But once it's in the center, it can be pretty stable, as you can see. So for its first battle, I do want to see it against Wizard Arrow. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Okay, they want to stay on the launcher for some reason, but that's fine. Okay, it is using the extreme line, but it does drain stamina a bit, which is not what I wanted. And Arrow takes that one. Interesting. I'm just going to do one round for now. So let's do it against Wizard Arrow, or Wizard Rod, I mean. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And Rod takes that. Not looking too good for Arc right now, but let's see what it can do against Dran Brave. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And it successfully executes a Mirage Parry. Sends Dran Brave right into the over pocket for 2 points. Okay, it wasn't able to outspin its predecessors, but it did manage to deflect an attack from an attack type, which is very impressive in my book. But that's going to do it for this unboxing of Wizard Arc. Definitely look forward to seeing more battles from this guy. I like it so far. I'm very interested in how this operates. See what we can do with the parts. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later, Bladers.